Namaskar. We are back again with our next episode of Swami Shivananda Vani. Hope you are watching all the episodes. We are we have covered more than half of the book, and today's lesson is going to be what is Mahapurush Maharaj going to say today is very interesting. He says, seeing God in one's own heart is first necessary. Then he talks about moral life is just not enough. Grace is the secret, the place of effort. And then he talks about live with God all the time. So we will start. The place again is Belur Math. Time May 11th, 1930. At night, a monk from South India saluted Mahapurushji and, by way of disclosing his heart's desire to him, said, Maharaj, I want to see God in everything. Kindly tell me how this can be possible. My son, replied Mahapurushji, you will have to see God in your own heart first. How can it be possible to see Him in all things outside unless you can see Him first within yourself? When one is firmly established in one's realization of Him as the Self, one can see Him everywhere, inside and outside. Then only will attain one the state described as the whole universe is full of Brahman. The monk. Can this state be reached to the perfection of moral qualities like truthfulness, kindness to all, love, endurance of all suffering without a murmur, etc.? Yes, confirmed Mahapurushji. The mind becomes purified when it is disciplined through morality, and the divine vision dawns on that pure mind. But I cannot accept the view that the divine vision comes as a result of attaining excellence in moral behavior. Like he said before, moral behavior is not enough. It is through constant devotion and meditation that God becomes gracious and reveals himself in the heart of the devotee. I will read that again. It is through constant devotion and meditation that God becomes gracious and reveals himself in the heart of the devotee. What is needed is meditation, constant remembrance of Him. By constantly thinking of Brahman, the existence, knowledge, bliss absolute, which is truth, infinity, love, omnipotence, and consciousness, a man becomes existence, knowledge, bliss itself. All that one has to do is to establish God in one's heart by all means. Then one need make no separate effort to build up a moral character. All such divine qualities as truthfulness, kindness, love, etc., then comes to one as a matter of course. The master used to say that a boy who is led by the hand by his father has no fear of falling down. Do you know what the most essential thing is, my boy? It is grace, grace. Men can see him only when he grants his vision out of his own compassion. Spiritual practices and such other things are meant merely for turning the mind to God. Saying this, he sang in a very sweet voice. Whoever can see thee unless thou vouchsafe the vision? Can the heart ever run to thee unless the call is from thee? Infinite, higher than the high, thou art shoreless and inaccessible. O Lord, who can ever grasp thee just through meditation? Often do I tell my mind that thou art beyond speech and mind. Still, in the heart, there is always thy vision. Do grant me the vision of thee, and do grant my heart's thirst. O remover of discomfort, do please calm my heart. He finished the song in a state of deep absorption and then added slowly, the Master used to say, the breeze of grace blows on freely forever. It is for you to unfurl your sail. This unfurling of the sail means personal effort. So, what he is trying to tell us is that we have to make personal effort. So, unfurl the sail. This unfurling of the sail means personal effort, spiritual practice, and all that. Through spiritual practice, one must make oneself fit to receive God's grace. So, what is important for us is to be able to receive that God's grace. So, make our vessel bigger and bigger. All else he does out of his own mercy. Through constant thought of him and meditation of him, the mind and the heart becomes purified. And to that pure mind, a divine revelation occurs spontaneously and God's grace is realized. Besides, you have become a monk. You have taken shelter under him after renouncing everything. God realization is the one aim of your life. You have to live with him alone at all moments. Have you not heard the Master's words? A bee sits on a flower alone and sucks the honey alone. So, your one enjoyment will be only with God, in sleep, in dream, in walking state, and under all circumstances. You have to spend your time in meditating on Him, repetition of His name, recollection of Him, reading about Him, reflecting on Him, and pray to Him. Then only will you get real bliss and peace in life, and your taking refuge in Him will be fruitful. God sees one's mind. He becomes gracious where He sees sincere craving. There is no injustice in His domain. So, we learn today that there is no injustice in the domain of God. So let us take refuge at His feet and pray that we are able to receive His grace. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Do stay tuned to Devakshar, like and share our videos, and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaskar.